Good evening, good morning, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is another scene in the living world of darkness, Mage of the Resurgence. And we find ourselves in a warehouse that's becoming familiar to us, where, unbeknownst to her fellows, she is almost being cast out and exiled to this place, this new chunk, this new place of hers, a warehouse where she lives almost like an animal. At least, not almost, yeah, almost like an animal, in that she just lives in this broken down place alone. And she's just used her magic to see back into the past to see if anything has happened, since the body that was laying there no longer is there. It's been moved, at least temporarily. What she does see is that her friends, her so-called friends, are conspiring behind her back. They're talking about her. They distrust her, despite all she's doing for them. Really, that's not nice, isn't it? They mean talking about like her like she's possessed, even though that's accurate. As your mind reels back after having seen this, you can feel your spirit body in your chest burn itself up along your body into into your eyes for a second, just to and then back down, and you just hear him angrily muttering about how you should hurt them, feel their blood on their hands, and then beat their wounds away, and then create them again, and then beat them away. That's first thing that you get. Your mind is filled up by angry spirit muttering, so you can react to that as much as you want. And then I want you to make me a perception plus alertness roll. I, in the meantime, will roll something.
Okay. Yeah, it does hurt when, your friends say that they can't trust you because yeah, um they can't trust you because you would never do anything to hurt them. Just, you know, want to help them, want to make sure that things go the way they should go, and not the way that the world apparently wants them to go, because the world is fucked up and that's not your fault. And why would they do something like that? It's just cruel and mean. So yeah, Alpha will sit there for a while, just kind of thinking back on the conversation she just overheard. And yeah, just ponders on how to make things right again, because that's ultimately the thing. Everything must be right, because if once all the pieces fall into the right places, which is not necessarily the right places, the normally presumed to be right places, but it's not until then that every piece has been put in a certain position that there will be complete silence. And that's
Give
what we want: silence, rest.
the end
Uh,
of all that chaos, yes.
yeah,
Or
but
more chaos, depending on your point of view. Anyway, could you roll me perception alertness? Difficulty is 6.
four successes.
You're very lucky. As you suddenly hear a slight crunch in the dirt behind you, you will turn and you will see a completely not a hooded figure in a hoodie and two massive, slightly golden hands standing near you. You can't, like, the shadows hide obscure the face of the person standing there, but they just stare at you. Their gait and posture is very strange, and just stand there.
So we're just like in the warehouse, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
somehow he got in there and completely silently with you hearing until they got that close.
Mm, Alpha will jump up, um, kind of grab hold of. No, actually, just say that Paris is in a different room. Like, just. And she'll take two quick steps away.
You will take two slow lumbering steps after you. And give me a second. I have to find the right thing. Uh, Ava, Gaia, Belofibe, Lindgren. Just repeats her entire shadow now, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Follower of the Peacebreaker, you have a debt to pay to the spirits. It will say as it just follows you slowly.
What depth?
You know what you did, the promises that you broke,
Right.
and I am now here to collect. It's going to reach out both arms and try and touch you on the leg and on your right hand arm. Not like grabbing you, but like just touching you.
Okay. I mean, it was a debt. It needed to be paid. Fuck it. Sure, bring it.
Roll me stamina, please.
Uh-huh. A botch.
Yeah. It grabs you, and what you see is strange. It's not painful, but you can hear the screaming in outrage from the spirit inside of you as suddenly your leg just falls off along with your newly regrown hand and slight like openings in the flesh, and you just fall over completely incapacitated onto the ground, and it just lumbers over you, and you can hear the spirit just hammering. And you can hear it. You can just hear it like the breaker or fracture just scream angrily as it just bashes against the wounds that's been made in you, but without making any headway. And as the hood will fall slightly back from the being that touched you, you can see a very strangely disfigured, like man's face, or maybe a woman. It's hard to say at this point. Its face and body is so warped, but what you can recognize is the golden balls that have replaced the eyes. You recognize those. You have seen those eyes once when you summoned it to heal Nausicaa.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in a lot of ways the thing that caused all of this to happen to you,
Yeah,
strangely.
yeah.
The two golden balls just stare into yours, and it will reach down and just grab you around your neck and just hold and just grasp, not harming you, but it doesn't cause you any wounds or anything, but it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
And it will scream in your face, I do not forgive. I do not forget. You will suffer. You will feel pain. And this looks down. It looks down at your chest and just like rips open your clothing just to have a better look at like your torso. And that your little tag along will not be able to fix this anytime soon.
I think Ava at that point sort of gets mad because, she's tried to keep up the promise, and every time that she failed, like, first of all, it was meant for a good cause, and second of all, it brought her more harm than good. So in a way, she was already suffering from it. So she's just gonna yell back, scream first in pain, and then sort of like continue screaming in like a high pitched voice, like, I was already fucking suffering for it, you bitch.
No. It will just let go of you. You did not. And as you
Fuck
turn
off.
into
I tried, okay? I tried fucking sticking to my promise, okay? I apologize. I am here. I'm not doing shit because I understand that I messed up. But you know nothing of my suffering. And if you say that you will not live, you will not forgive nor forget, I have no reason to take your punishment right here, right now. I will fight you.
it's very hard to fight someone when you are down one leg and one hand.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, but
I would, I
yeah.
would, Yeah, I will point that out. It's kind of bravado at this point. What you will notice, however, is that the body just disassembles itself into golden smoke, and the two eyes just rest on you for a few moments. I will come for you. And then close, and then just like drift away with the wind. The smoke will just go away, and you just lay there on the ground. You can hear the angry screaming of the spirits inside of you, just hammering away at like trying to just beat a new arm, hand, a new leg out of your flesh, which you normally should be able to do. I mean, it takes time, but should be
Mm.
able to do that. But it seems not something seems to be holding it back, almost like if something undid the healing that was already there because it didn't harm you. Like you don't feel pain exactly from where it touched you, um, and you just lay there for a second, and I just lay there for a few seconds. You can hear the impotent rage of the spirit in you before it just turns to you. I can heal you, but I need more power. You can hear it whisper. But I want to make while it tries to implore with you to give in more. I want you to roll me perception awareness, please.
Okay, perception awareness. Huh. Well, at least it's higher than my perception alertness. One, two, three, four, five.
You notice a familiar presence, like a strange, like spiritual presence coming near you, and it's almost like that someone is kissing your ear as you hear the whisper. Well, sister, how the mighty have fallen here. You just you feel your sister's presence as it's almost like you get like a spectral caress once again. A cold shiver goes through you. I wondered what that being was wanting with you, but this was more dramatic than I imagined. Well,
Want?
you took three of my new sisters from me. I do not know where they are. I want you to tell me.
Then what?
Well, someone has to raise them, and who better than me? Who better than me to raise them and love them and give them all that they should get? And they can help bring about oblivion someday, maybe.
You're not the only one who cares for them.
Oh, is that so? You locked them up, wrapped from vines, even sticking up into their, into them organs so they could be fed through them
I
and
was
be.
making plans, okay? Things aren't as easy as you seem to think they are.
Well, I'm sure you're used to disappointing family by now. What are three more sisters to disappoint, if anything?
How dare you, fucking bitch. I tried to do everything right.
And look how far that's gotten you.
I mean, Ama's just gonna, yeah, scream and rage on the floor.
I mean, are you going to I mean, you have Spirit Tree. Not that I usually will tell people what to do, but I will point out that you have the ability to attack her using Spirit Magic.
Hmm. She doesn't really want to attack her sister.
Well,
So,
I
yeah.
just thought, well, that's fine.
Uh,
But
can
someone,
she? Okay, you know what? She will just punch her basically with Spirit 3.
well,
Like, not.
yeah, that's what you do. You basically it's
Yeah.
like a life attack. But before you do that, could you roll me 9 dice, please?
9 dice. Okay.
Yes, representing your permanent autonomy.
Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you can feel like you feel inside of you like that your Palong wants like is trying to take you, use your magic and make you attack her, but you effortlessly manage to stop that from happening. Your mind is still your own. even if it's been altered a bit.
Hmm. So yeah, that will sort of, Ava will kind of cringe at that point as she's like occupied in her mind for a while, um, and will then
Sister, what's ooh? What is this? She was like you can feel it's almost like a spectral finger once again touches you by the neck, where currently the main mass of
hmm
your possessor is like focused on your neck, trying to reach up to into your brain to do it, but you're forcing him out, and you can feel a spectral finger touch that hot spot on your body, and it's like, hmm, interesting. What have you gotten in here? I wonder. Really, I have to maybe see. I can see closer.
get away from me now.
Ooh, you have a guest? Do your friends know about it? Maybe
Shut
they.
up.
Oh, they don't they?
Yeah, okay. I was gonna lash out now, like spirit magic. Boom.
Roll arrow I mean, first you have to. I mean, you technically have to target it somehow. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't see her, but you have a general idea of where she is in the spirit world. So, I will let you roll to target her. Difficulty is 7. I mean, let me. I would say that since you're deliberately using malevolent magic, I would say
Mhm.
perception. Perception malefica.
Okay.
Detail oriented as a spec counts as you're trying to like
Okay.
just without spirit sight or anything up, just try to identify where she
Is
is.
this before or after XP spends?
This is now after I've already
Okay.
ended the downtime to it, so that's why I mentioned that skill. You
There's a
have
10 and a 6.
you the difficulty was 7, so you only have
Okay,
one
one
success.
success.
Now you can roll avatar. Difficulty is 6 for this, since I mean it's not like you send waves or anything.
No, I fail.
You fail. And yeah, so you just lash out. Just I presume you like scream out some curses to the spirits or something at her impotently, and you can just hear her laughter. Well, you know what I should do? I should find one of your friends and talk to them about this.
Go and talk to my friends. They'll try and kill you.
Oh, I don't think so. They will be very curious to hear that you aren't as alone as you might seem to be. But, I mean, we have a score to settle, you and I. But I'm sure we
We
can
have
come.
nothing to settle, you and I.
Oh,
I brought you here.
yes, you did. But you
Do you
also
want me to
caused me to.
fucking kick you back?
You also caused me to be in that place in the first place. It
No,
was
I did not.
your fault.
It was not my fault.
It was your
No.
fault.
I
And
have
I
never. I told
do.
you not to go outside. You got outside anyway. You got shot. I tried to protect you against Boris, who was trying to kill you. That's why you were in the apartment. I've told you several times not to go outside. You knew why not. You knew they were looking for me. You still decided to go out. I am done getting your accusations. I'm done feeling guilty about you because it was not my fault.
It was your fault. You could have hidden me somewhere differently. You could have cut me out of your life until you had solved that
If
issue.
I had cut
But
you out, you would have died.
you failed me. And
I'm gonna
I.
attack her again, by the way, and this time it's
Yes.
definitely to hurt her because, yeah, Ava is especially with her changed mindset. She's not gonna take blame for this anymore. This is not her fault. Wow.
4 successes. Yeah, you hit her. If you. Now it's just magic. Roll again. I mean, do you want to spend a willpower for this?
Yes. Failed again. Never mind. I didn't know I could like. There's sort of a rule in Elva that you can't spend willpower on attack rolls, so I assumed not. So when you were saying
Well,
it, I had
it's a
already
magic.
rolled.
It's a magic.
Okay, if you allow me to still spend it, yes, please, because I would have if I thought I had a choice. But it's
Um,
up to you.
I mean, and since we didn't declare before, I will say no.
Fine.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
also
fine.
like 2 damage anyway, so it's not that big of a deal overall. Now, I will keep your secret, even though I would love to have your life crash around you. I need my sisters, or my daughters, rather. It was I
They're
who
not
ensured
yours.
that I will try and find them. But if you don't tell me, then I will ensure that one of your little friends hear about me and hear the whole truth of your situation. I don't know what the whole truth is myself, mind you. I just know that there is something in you, something hot, something angry, and I, for one, would be oh so curious to
Gonna attack her
see.
again because she just keeps talking.
Yes, because she hasn't noticed you using magic because you failed every time.
Now I'm gonna
But
spend bloody willpower.
yes, but give me just a second. I wanted to see if there was see look for something, see if that thing I was looking for was there. Oh damn it! Um, okay, that's fine. You will hear your. You can roll for your magic and everything. Just roll the same thing as you rolled before. Uh,
Again, I failed, but this time I did spend the willpower, so I have one success.
one success on the magic. Cool. Yeah, you have not rolled that well today. Well
No,
then, I have to
well, I
roll.
mean I've rolled very well onto hits, but not on the actual arete roll.
As to like, you hear a yelp in pain. You will wish you didn't do that too. You can. I am now going to turn and slowly leave. If you try anything like this again, I will flee very quickly. And
Can I bind her? Actually,
no, you
okay.
cannot. Um, what you can do, which is a
Hmm.
bit more difficult, is a combined mind and spirit thing, using spirit magic to make you possible to influence her using mind magic. You can do that.
Sure.
You can't command her even so, but you can make her inclined to not leave for sure.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I will make her actually inclined to think that she can like fight me, you know?
Okay. I mean, that's not that difficult. Yeah, roll me arete is this is difficult. I would say this is difficulty 5. This is
Okay.
like you only need mind 2 to just give that basic impulse, being make her want to fight you more.
Wow. Right?
Yeah.
You know what? This is one of those days again.
This is definitely one of those days again.
Oh my god.
This is
That's a botch for
thankfully
anyone who was listening. This is a botch.
this is a botch. The fun thing here is that I think this is coincidental magic. Uh, so only gets 2 paradox.
I still believe I do have a shit ton of paradox. Yeah, I have 15 paradox with the two.
Yes, you do.
And I want no one should have bled off by now because the last time I got paradox was the 13th of February. So if I lose one a week, then one of them
No,
is
you
bled.
don't. You don't do that when it's
Oh
over
no, it's
5.
right after. Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, no, it's definitely 15 then.
Yes, it's definitely from 15.
I roll 15 dice, right?
No, you don't have to do that yet. I don't
Uh,
feel. I don't feel it's funny enough to warrant a
I
plan.
mean, I was like, okay, maybe I'll just explode and take her down with me as well, and no one will ever hear from Ava again. I thought that would be hilarious.
I
But yeah,
mean,
okay.
what I mean, you can. I mean, you can you feel just the magic, like the spirit that you're trying to call upon the spirits to influence or whatever. You just feel that it just doesn't work right. It just bends back in a way, and no, you don't do anything. And you can. She will chuckle darkly as she floats away, and making herself visible to you, just to taunt you as she floats, just like as an orb almost, not her full shape. Just turns. I will be sure to give your friends my regards. This is your last chance to do something, unless I mean, there is a second option. You will hear that Ricker will tell you
Yeah,
that give up, give yourself more over to him. He will heal you, and you can follow.
sure.
Do you? He will ask for 4 temporary autonomy for that. Just like
4.
yes,
Wow. Okay.
temporary. You have
Yeah, yeah,
currently
yeah.
6 temporary. So every time you lose a level of permanent autonomy, you get 10 back by 10 new temporary.
Okay, check that side right. Yeah, sure. Fine. Oh
For
boy.
as you suddenly, it's I will add some to your sheet later. In addition to this, it suddenly is like if your arm just like burns, goes into overdrive, and you for one you can feel your entire body strengthening at the same time, and you can see your arms just like your arm and your hand and your leg suddenly just like it's almost like it's kicked out through your body, like someone just like jammed it out rather than healed you. Girl, it's not pretty, but it's significantly quicker than it usually is.
Mhm.
And you can get up, and you feel your body is coursing with more strength than before. Um, and you can now follow.
Yeah.
Where
There's another attack coming.
Yes. Um, by the way, I will recommend
Mhm.
because the spirit will also recommend this
Oh yeah.
that you use magic to make yourself able to touch her, which is a spirit 2 thing. Reach
Okay.
across
Yeah.
because you
Sure.
are stronger than you have been in quite some time.
Mhm. She
So
will do that
yeah,
because
roll.
there is a spirit that has now a lot of autonomy over her temporarily, and I botch because I'm really good at this today.
Well, at Spirit 2, difficulty is would have been. Well, I mean, it technically wouldn't have been. It would have been volume because yeah. Okay, then you botch again.
Fucking hell! Two
You get
botches in a row. This is like.
Yeah, and you failed every single magic roll you've done beyond that. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, you will feel the magic just not click into place, and the spirit will just turn and you will just see of like the orb is going to fly more rapidly, and you take 2 more paradox,
Mhm.
and with 2 botches in a row like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's technically ish when you get 5, like that's the most like the only technical thing. But the other thing is when
Mhm.
I think it's funny for you to roll for paradox, which is what I'm going to do. And you have now 17.
17 paradox. So I roll 17 dice.
Oh, give me a second. Uh, so yeah, what I think is going to happen is that roll 17 dice for me, please.
Okay. So do the ones take away successes?
Ones to take away
Okay.
successes. They do that on
So
every.
I got three ones, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 6 successes.
You burn 6 points of paradox, which means that you are
Mhm.
back to 11. You get 1 point of now permanent paradox on your sheet.
Mhm.
Uh, no, actually, sorry. You will get no. What's going to happen is that first you are the new arm and leg you grew, that you were, and your body were going to hands to become more spirit-like. You can see that they grow, they become golden almost, like they start glowing with spiritual energy constantly. Their bodies
Mm-hmm.
just that waves of it. They look really unnatural now and weird. And also, you notice that you both arms and the rest of your body looks way buffer now than used to, but that might not be because of this. But the second thing that's going to happen to you, and give me a second. You suddenly, as you push after her and you're going to grab, you just want to vanish. And
Okay.
yeah, so you end up in you end up in a nice little paradox realm.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. Suddenly, you just like you feel it's almost pushing you in there, and you're suddenly in this like massive wild, like it's almost like a very weird mix between a jungle and a city. It's like you see like jungle trees and vines, but that are made out of like concrete and stuff. And at the same time, you see what should be concrete road, which is made out of vines and all sorts of things. And floating through the skies, all sorts of ethereal beings and all that jazz. So we get the wonderful little thing of having you trapped in a paradox realm, which is something I think we're going to have to do a separate scene to resolve if that is not a problem to you.
Uh, Not really. No, that's no problem.
Well, then I'm going to stop the broadcast, and
Oh
then
boy.
we can continue this later, can't we? Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and see you all around.